Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and still noticing that of all the countries eliminated from the Women's World Cup, there's only one former leader bashing the team and blaming missed kicks on wokeness. Ron DeSantis' campaign is going down the drain faster than the Mar-a-Lago pool after a 20-minute perfect phone call with the boss. Even though Ron keeps adding inches to his comical heels, he cannot make his appearances any bigger. Every time I see Ron, he's glued another layer to his boots. It won't be long till he can sell them to the border coyotes so they can just walk over Trump's wall. DeSantis has had a big shakeup. He's replaced his campaign manager because it must have been his idea to wipe snot on the audience. And Ron's crowds are now shrinking so much that at this point, a rally between a landscaping company and a dildo store dumpster would actually be a win. There's plenty to cover, including Mitch McConnell getting heckled, a new genuine page from Lauren Boebert's book, and more. But first, this.
You hear that, Tim Cook? Are you listening there, Tim Cook? Sure you are. Probably with my phone, probably the whole FBI's listening in. By the way, everybody, they still have my phone. It'll be, 10 months later? They got my phone. They stole my phone. I still have pictures of my kids I can't get off because they weren't uploaded to the cloud, my grandkids. It's disgusting. I've sued the government, sued the FBI.
And of all things Tim does in a day, secretly listening to Tom Selleck's slow cousin destroy his chopped foam sack business is not one of them. And it's not the FBI's fault that you didn't back up your phone for 2 weeks, something that can be set to be done automatically in the background. But this election fraud guru's knowledge of technology is, well, limited. It is pouring MAGA tears. Watching Ron tread water in those white boots is a treat, so have a laugh, join the good people in the comments as I mock the latest and stupid and more. Okay, that's just brutal. Like, I can't even watch that, and Mitch is just powering through it. But he does want to tell his side of the story. So now, with reaction to this appearance, Mitch McConnell.
I was trying to speak at a recent event, and the people were so excited to see me, they were shouting, "Rehire," because they want to keep Mitch McConnell in business. I can confirm that I've hit my head a lot recently, and there's been discussion of me getting a helmet. I reached out to Ted Cruz to get me a hockey one from his hometown, but apparently he gave his flaming C to Lauren Boebert, which is strange because she doesn't strike me as someone who's ever used protection. Can I get a bump?
Jason Aldean continues to promote his bland song that took 4 writers and still sucks. He actually isn't even one of the writers, so he's just out there defending his redneck right-wing karaoke. You know, I spent a lot of time on ranches growing up. I can say I never saw a cowboy with 2 hoop earrings who looked like a cross between Pirates of the Caribbean and A Night at the Roxbury. Try wearing those heavy necklaces on a horse and see how long it takes for them to chip your teeth out, Jason. I may be a snowflake, but I've wrestled horses to the ground. To the ground. Okay, real horse, but stuffed. I forget what movie I was filming. A few days ago, I shared the clip with DeSantis boasting about his small-town crowds and trying to spin it like it's something cool, and he continues to slash his staff and pivot to small gatherings and town hall forums. And last weekend, New Hampshire voters were invited to drink non-woke beer and dig into some ribs with him. At first, the barbecue and beer buffet was priced at $50, and that's actually a pretty good deal for all you could eat and drink. I mean, minus the DeSantis. But when the interest was low, they dropped the price to $1 to try and get people to attend. The event started an hour late because Ron was likely panicking backstage, sure that people were just having trouble finding the venue or stuck in the motorcade. But when it finally kicked off, there were just 30 people in the room. We're getting to the point that a Ron DeSantis rally will be on Groupon.
Have a beer win, as always. Yeah.
Well, I'm here. I don't know the other ones.
I'm not friends.
Okay, all right. It's good. All right, we'll say hi to everybody.
He can't even pretend to like these people for more than a second after he turns away. He loathes being near even the ones that paid $1 to see him. Thank you. I see every tip that comes through, from pennies to dollars. They are hugely appreciated and help make this show possible. If you love what I do here and you can afford to help out, throw me a buck with the PayPal link in the pinned comment or drop me a super thanks.
With me as the nominee, we're going to focus on Biden's failures and our vision for the future. That's what the election will be about. If Donald Trump is the nominee, it's going to be about all those other issues.
With all due respect, Governor, you're down by 30 points, though.
Well, no, that says you. I can tell you, we've been in Iowa. I'm the one showing up at all these places. We're signing up people day after day.
That says you. That says you. That says you. Down by 30 points. He just starts dumping out word salad. Look at his face. You can actually see the malfunction. You can see him nearly going full Glitch McConnell here.
Today, your poll numbers behind President Trump have been pretty substantially behind. And you
Not here.
Is this him just realizing what a joke he is? See the Cuban-heeled bobblehead in person, listen to Ron rewrite history, watch him laugh awkwardly, and be sure to bring a science textbook to toss in his smooth-brain dumpster fire while you enjoy anti-woke beer and pizza. Photos with Ron may include snot. I actually do all the graphics here, and I often put them on social media to be shared, so if you don't have me on these, please add me. It's free and it all helps. Now, in the latest reshuffle, Ron DeSantis replaced his campaign manager. You don't replace someone if it's going well. For DeSantis, it is not. And it's pretty sad when you're up against a criminal with multiple indictments who needs a golf cart to get to the omelet station, and you still can't land a punch.
Yes or no, did Donald Trump lose the 2020 election?
Whoever puts their hand on the Bible on January 20th every 4 years is the winner.
Okay, but respectfully, you did not clearly answer that question. And if you can't give a yes or no on whether or not Trump lost, then how can...
Of course he lost.
Trump lost the 2020 election.
Of course.
Okay.
Joe Biden's the president. But the issue is, I think, what people in the media and elsewhere, they want to act like somehow this was just like the perfect election.
Any election where Trump loses is the perfect election. Give it up, Ron. He's going to pick Kari Lake or the Georgia Gremlin. You don't have a chance.
Universal school choice in the state of Florida. We have Parents' Bill of Rights in the state of Florida. It says parents have the All right, let's see. There we go.
Someone's been using Mike Lindell's AV guy. Look, Ron, when you're playing to 10 people in a shoebox, you don't need a microphone. I know this. I've played in 35 countries for nearly 25 years. A lot of arenas, heaps of theaters, lots of clubs, okay? I've had a variety along the way. But you know what? I've also done a ton of tiny shows. Very small ones. In someone's living room, I did a show once. I did a show in an aircraft hangar where we were supposed to play to 500 troops and there was a plane problem and we only had 3 guys, 3 soldiers. And you know what? We gave them the best show ever. Did we use the microphone? No. If you have a small audience, set the mic aside, bring the crowd into you. Use your lungs, Ron. I know you got some because you're full of hot air. For those new to the show, I'm glad you found me. Thank you. For a year, I've been reading a genuine page from Lauren Boebert's book. This really is a ton of fun. I only do it once a week, and it's been pretty wild. Let's get back to it. I turned around, playing it cool, while Mountain Dew wandered my hair. My hamster was carefully hidden thanks to my husband, Jason Stetson. I remember my mom saying I shouldn't marry him because he was just another cardboard cowboy with an ankle monitor and lip sores. I even wrote to my father, wrestler Stan Lane, who denies our relationship with DNA stuff and a judge. But laws and sciences are no match for beliefs, and believing the tag team champion fathered me makes him my dad. Well, he never wrote back, probably because we share genetics, so he definitely thinks reading is dumb too. I may not have gotten my parents' approval, but my man's cowboy hat is the reason the staff at Lady Buns had not found my hamster. The money was going to be ours. I just had to keep it cool. But between the probably not a Tylenol I had popped from the floor and the snags and tickles I was getting from Mountain Dew's tiny paws and his little red laser, it was tough to keep it together. Craig threw a little blonde furball at Jason, shouting, "Think fast!" He caught it and eyed it up and down. "What is this, a wig for a little person?" Except he didn't say little person. My editor forced me to rewrite history to avoid blowback from the Lollipop Guild. Mr. Fong let us know this was the second false alarm. Jason shrugged and tossed it my way, and the others began to laugh. I wanted this puzzle solved. I held it up, allowing the neon Coors sign to shine through, and then placed it over my mouth, giving it the old huff huff like me and Jason would do with the spray paint when we ran out of vodka. Craig started laughing so hard that a vein was pulsing on his forehead, and he was turning red. He fell to the floor, and between laughs, he managed to say, "That's Brandy's merkin." You see, Craig liked to do some retro nights, and this hairpiece was part of the 70s vibe. I'd never been invited to participate because these happened in the evening, and I was only ranked as morning hot. Well, I used this bottom wig as an opportunity. I bit the inside to keep it on my face and started chuckling, "Ho, ho, ho." They howled at Santa's sharp-chinned blonde beard, and since they were buckled over in stitches, I tipped the hat over the bar, plopping Mountain Dew into a pitcher of beer. Yes, and his hamster instincts kicked in, and his little paws and fifth leg helped him keep afloat. In another minute, I would pretend to find him, calling it victory and collecting first prize. It was like a fairy tale. If you've enjoyed this genuine page from Low Rent Boozeburb's book, let me know in the comments, and I'll see about reading another page sometime soon. You are broke loser on YouTube. MAGA tears. Joe and all Democrats benefit off of their slaves. We the people. If you didn't get that, that means you too. MAGA tears. You're going to be sad when you find out 90% of rural America is with Trump. When this country collapses, you're going to eat each other alive. Censorship equals tyranny. MAGA tears. Don't waste your time. He thinks he's a comedian. MAGA tears. I remember my mom saying I shouldn't marry him because he was just another cardboard cowboy with an ankle monitor and lip sores. Thanks so much for watching. Help me out by joining us in the comments, sharing this video with a friend, and following me on social media. I am a one-man show here, from script to screen, the editing, even the graphics. Please throw me a tip with the easy PayPal link, or hit that super thanks button, and be sure to check out my mugs that go great with those MAGA tears. I am a stand-up comedian. I've played in 35 countries, and I've toured with Jim Jeffries for nearly 10 years. I have 3 albums and a brand new EP from my opening set on Jim's latest Netflix special. You can stream these on Spotify, Apple Music, or catch them on SiriusXM. Thanks for helping me make this show possible. Life's short. Be cool, be kind, take care.